What is going on, YouTube? Just helping you out here. And in this video, I will be unboxing the LEGO Education Spike Prime expansion set. Once I have used the product for a decent bit of time, I'd be more than happy to make a review video where I discuss what I like, what I dislike, whether it does everything it's supposed to, how well it does those things, and ultimately giving you my decision on whether I think it is worth the purchase. So just at a first glance, there are a ton of colors and there's a lot of pop, which I really enjoy. If we take a closer look, you can see right here we have the LEGO Education logo and the Spike Prime logo right here. This is the expansion set in a couple different languages. Ages 10 plus, 603 pieces, and then right here we have a nice image of a robot designed with some of the parts that are contained in this box. And I do like the additional markings we have here to kind of bring this picture to life. And then finally in this corner right here, it says that not all elements shown are included in this box, and that is because they are in the Spike Prime base set, and this is the expansion kit. So everything that you see on this image is not contained in this box. Moving on to the top panel, again we have a LEGO Education logo in the top left corner, and then we essentially have an inventory sheet that shows us everything that is included in this box. And then over here we have a 2-scale representation of a new brick that has axle holes in it. Now if we move on to the left panel, again, another LEGO Education logo. Right here we have a little warning because there are electrical components in this box, so they shouldn't be contacted with water. Right here we have some trademark information. Here we have where the components were made, where they were distributed, and then a choking hazard, and each of those has a couple different languages. On the bottom panel, again, another LEGO Education logo, and then over here we have some disposal and other information. And now on the right panel, surprise, surprise, we have a LEGO Education logo. And then right here we have two graphics that depict the two electrical components that are in this box. This is a color sensor, and this is one of the large motors, which is designed for high torque, as opposed to the medium motors, which are designed to go a little faster and are designed to handle less torque. And then on the back, surprise, surprise, another LEGO Education logo. And then we kind of have a nice big graphic that shows a robot, shows somebody using parts to build something, and then a bunch of parts all over the place. So pretty much just a scene of somebody getting creative with the contents that are in this box. And then finally we have a LEGO Education website up here in the corner. Okay, so that's enough of me talking about the box. Let's get into it. Okay. So right here it looks like we have two frames. Right here we have a large motor that was on the box. In this small bag it looks like we have mostly pins and some small axles and axle connectors. Right here we have the color sensor that I was talking about on the box. This bag right here also has a smaller bag contained inside that has mostly pins, and then in the main section of the bag we have some elbows, we have some axle pieces and some beams. In this bag right here we have some larger pieces, so some larger beams, some frames, and some wheels. This bag also contains some big pieces, so beams, large wheels, and some toothed pieces. This bag also contains some beams, it has some gears, it has some plate-looking pieces, and it also has a couple of these bricks with the axle holes in them. This is the piece that was shown in that to-scale graphic on the box. This bag contains some smaller frames, some bent beams, and a couple other pieces. It also contains a couple of these little boxes which tend to have rubber pieces in them. This bag kind of has an assortment of things. I see some axles, I see some gears, I see some beams, I see some bent beams, and there's a couple other pieces in there as well. Here we have one very long axle. I'm pretty sure this is the longest axle I've ever seen. This is the last bag in the box, and this also has a smaller bag contained inside that has mostly pins in it. And then the main portion of the bag, again, has a wide assortment of things. I see some axles, I see some elbows, I see some pieces that have pins and beam holes, some that have beam holes and axle holes. So there's a wide variety of parts in there, and there are lots that I didn't already mention. I lied, that was actually not the last part in there. We have another one of these very long axles, and this is actually the last part in the box. But we still have this little piece of paper that was in there. And this paper contains information on how to properly dispose of the product, and it is in a variety of different languages. And there's also some compliance and caution information on the bottom here. Okay, so overall, we have the box that everything came in, we have a wide variety of parts that I showed you before, and we have this little piece of paper here that contains some important information. So that's about it for this unboxing. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, leave a comment if you have any questions or an idea for a future video, and lastly, please don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about my channel so I can grow and help more of you guys out. I'm just helping you out. See you in the next video.